What if the world won't bend my way? What will it take to be happy?
So we wait a little longer for people. 2 more minutes.
We'll just be getting started in 2 minutes. Almost there.
It's 10:05. Should we get started? Yes? Okay. I hope you enjoyed the music, but as more people shuffle in, it's fine. We'll get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our 4th Power Seminar. Some of you have been with us since our very first seminar, and for others of you, this is your first time. So I welcome you all. I am Victoria, and I will be your co-host today. My coworker, Maria K. Ali, is also here. She is the head of operations, and I'm the head of creative. And we have an amazing event planned for you today. So I really hope that you enjoy it and you get the most out of it. But before we get started, a couple of things. If you have any questions or technical difficulties throughout the event, message me or Maria and we will try to help you. And also halfway through at around 11, because we're ending at 12, we'll take a short break, like a 5-minute break. So you will have some time to get up and stretch and rest or whatever you want to do. So yeah, other than that, I think I just want to encourage you to be courageous, to listen carefully, to participate fully, and to not be scared or nervous. We are all here because we want to improve ourselves. We have some questions about our career, maybe, hopefully. And you're here to learn and to learn from each other. So be courageous. And if you ever hesitate to share, I will share with you something that my mom told me, which she said, let your love be greater than your fear. Let your love guide you. So that being said, here's your co-host, Saqib. You're on mute, Saqib.
I've learned that when you're mute, no matter how loud you talk, people don't hear it. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. And congratulations on taking the first step towards making an important shift in your career, in your business, whatever concern that brought you here. Showing up is half the battle, and you have conquered it. Now, I invite you to sit with us and in all the conversations in such a way so that you can see your concerns in everyone else's concerns. And when you share, take a risk. Learning to take risks is the first step to power in career and business. So I see many familiar faces here. And for those that don't know me, my name is Saqib Rasool, and I've spent nearly half of my career working for major enterprises and the other half building businesses for myself and helping others do the same. So first, I want to share my mood with you a little bit and then listen to your mood and your struggles. And then we go work on it together. I'll do my best to get to each one of you, but if I don't, then find a way to get in touch with me and I'll be happy to help you privately. So first, let me acknowledge what is going on in the world right now. What is on my mind this morning and lately is the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which is an anomalistic occurrence that has the potential to change the world and the market stability for many years to come. Maybe we have already entered the Third World War, but we won't really know it until we are well inside it. This event is a game changer, and to understand what is happening, we need to look at it without making Russian leaders wrong or American leaders wrong or Ukrainian leaders wrong. Anyhow, at another moment, we'll talk more about it. I want to bring this up as this event is bound to have a major impact on the future of our businesses and careers throughout the world. And this is not the only major event that is shifting our worlds. We are living through a time of change. The ancients tell us that change is the only constant. Lots of old stabilities that we have enjoyed for so long are not available to us anymore. You might have thought when COVID emerged, oh, well, this is just a one-off anomaly. However, at this turn of this century, anyone who is paying close attention can easily tell that the rate of change is accelerating significantly. And all these events that are occurring around the globe are not disconnected from each other. I am not saying that someone is planning and making things happen from behind the scenes. That would be a mistake to build up these kinds of conspiracy theories. No, these events are happening because the interactivity of human beings is quickening, and we're becoming a global village. And the demand on our systems of production and consumption are increasing. Another interesting thing that's happening is that in the middle of all this, a lot of the old job titles and roles and career paths are becoming obsolete. Also, old ways of building a startup and business aren't working anymore. The planning and execution model is in trouble. Having said that, planning is useful for stable and recurring futures, but for futures unstable and non-recurring, where new anomalies are emerging, planning is useless. So this is the background to my mood. So before I share my mood with you, I want to tell you quickly, what is mood? Shifting gears, I'll orient you a little bit. What are moods? Mood is just a little bit more than temporary feeling or an emotion. Mood is your opinion about the future, but it's not like it is an analyzed opinion. This kind of opinion lives in your body. We don't have instant control over moods, but if we become aware of them, then we can possibly do something about them. Like turning around a big aircraft career, you cannot make a sudden shift, but as you begin to characterize your moods, you will begin to cultivate energizing moods. So my own mood at this time is a mood of concern and some worry about the world situation. And at the same time, I have ambition and curiosity about what new opportunities might be opening up for the rebalance of power both at micro and macro levels. New opportunities are more visible and more clearly available to us if we cultivate the moods of optimism, radical hope, and enthusiasm in the face of difficult situations. Now, enthusiasm is distinct from excitement. We are not looking for excitement. We are looking for cautious enthusiasm, which is the right mood for an entrepreneur. Akua, we talked about this yesterday. But if we remain trapped in the moods of resignation, hurry, and worry, then the opportunities will either remain invisible to us or they don't open to us, as when we are in these kinds of moods, others don't invite us to collaborate with them. With optimistic mood, we attract collaborations and opportunities. So this is my mood. And the situation I am up against is creating a new movement of change makers. I want to create a platform where everyone in the world that wants to make a major difference with their work can join this movement. The responsibility I am taking on is inventing education, inventing guidance, and introducing practical philosophy that can help change makers succeed in their missions. That's the mission I am up to, and I can't do it alone. It feels too big to me, and yet I find myself oddly and uniquely prepared to take this on. So now I want to hear from each of you. What is your mood and what is it that you're up against? If you left us a note while registering, I have read it carefully and I may have notes for you. So let us begin. Which brave soul wants to go first? Maria, would you please do the job of call people out as they raise their hands?
I'll put the questions in the chat box for everybody.
Okay, yeah, put the questions in the chat box.
The questions are, what is your mood and background?
Read the questions, Victoria. Tosif. Okay, Tosif is first, please.
I have a mood of ambition, curiosity, and a new beginner. The background is that I am hiring some new team members for my team, and I posted some job on LinkedIn, and I got a lot of good feedback and a lot of applications. So, and very good applications, very good candidates. So within last 12 hours, I was able to get a lot of good applications. So I am I was busy filtering them out and sending them replies. So this is my background and the mood. Thank you.
So do you have, so thank you for checking in. Lovely to hear the breakthrough you have made. Tosif is a dear friend, and those that don't know Tosif, is the CEO of Pakistan's leading startup for tourism for Pakistan and beyond. He has taken the commitment of opening doorways to heavens. So what struggles you may have in opening doorways to heavens? It's fine if you don't. I'm just curious if you have a question for me.
I will come back to it later.
Okay, you will come back to it. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, Tosif a little bit stepped onto the surgery table, checked in with his bio vitals, and then stepped off the surgery table right away. So we need a brave soul who's willing to step on. Hi, Mark, how are you doing? Why don't you unmute yourself and let's check in with you.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Very, very well. I've just had 2 weeks of spending some time with my sister, with my wife. So I'm refreshed, calm and relaxed and very patient.
Okay, very good. So for those that don't know you, just say maybe 1 or 2 lines and then go ahead and say something about what brought you here and what might be your question and what shall we go after, please?
Okay, my sister brought me here. I've been, for the last 20 years, trying to have a business called Heart International Group, which is a group of business that will support charities and supports different businesses. And so that's my background. Very, very simple. I've got a website called heartinternationalgroup.co.uk. And, I've been doing that for some time. My position at the present time is just to be patient, because, it's just taking time for things to come together.
So say that if you had a question and we went ahead and helped you with it and everything worked out, what would what are you up against? What's your struggle? What are you, what would you like clarity about or some help with?
Well, I suppose marketing, letting everybody know what I'm doing. That would be my main focus at the present time, because my main background is to really support charities. That's what I want to do.
And I read what you shared during your registration. I was thinking about it. I saw your website, Ministry of Music, beautiful, awe-inspiring work. I had a comment for you, Mark, that you need to say who your people are and what are their challenges and nightmares. You need to focus a little bit more about the hurting vein of your people, who your people are, what are their challenges and nightmares. Then you need to show up as a beacon of light in dark night for your people.
Very well said. Very
Okay.
well said. I mean, I think I've been through some dark times myself, and now I'm in the light. I would love to be able to help people in that light.
What you must abandon is this drift of positivity. In the drift of positivity, we don't want to acknowledge what is going on with us, what may have gone on with us in the past. But how else people will see themselves in us if we don't acknowledge how we have been, what kind of dark places we have been, how we came out of it. So I read your website, I read your offers. So say more clearly, who are you talking to? Who are the people that you say are your people? Number one. Number two, what are their struggles and challenges? You may share your own, or you may say, you're up against this, you're up against this, you're up against this. I didn't get a sense for it reading your offer, right? So I don't know, like, what am I joining? It's a lot of feel-good stuff.
Yeah.
To have that stuff have teeth and like grip onto it. Say more about the roadblocks. Say more about the challenges. And then you make a commitment to your people. If you come with me, I will help you do this, this, and this. Yeah. That is the central algorithm for any change maker. All of you can take this. Anyone who is making a difference, whether through social mission, technological mission, have a very clear sense of who your people are and what are their headaches. Yeah. That you can't hide. If you hide from that and you only put up a nice cover, then people don't see themselves in it. They see positivity. What's going on inside of them is a dark world. And then they say, oh, I'm not sure what this is. This is a nice looking website. You need to go from a nice looking website to a man on the mission.
I agree. I think most of my time, when I'm talking to somebody one-to-one or in a group, then I'm able to share my background more personally. And like I said, the site is young. I have a lot to do, but your words are very, very inspiring. So, I would take that on board.
Well, you are very, very inspiring. These words are just reflecting as who you are.
Yeah, I love it.
If you hear my words as very, very inspiring, that is already in you. You're being a good mirror then, or I'm being a good mirror.
No, I accept that. I do like the way you've put it across. It makes me really, really want to help people overcome certain issues that I've had in my upbringing, in my past. So yes,
very good.
I really want to be a voice of reasoning to help people overcome certain things in their past. Yeah.
And here's another secret of dealing with issues. You already probably know this, but I'll go ahead and tell you anyways. These issues They will not end. Don't wait till you arrive at a perfect spot. Right, Rochelle? Doesn't matter how far we have gone, what we have done. These issues, they are with you as you're a human being.
Yeah.
But if you become, see, you want to be a teacher, mentor, coach, musician, as a guide of people that are in dark nights. The way to do that is through vulnerability.
Yeah.
Open up a little bit, let people see what those issues are. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Big round of applause for Mark Powell from UK.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you very much.
With pleasure. Thank you for joining us. So who is this Iqbal Khatun that kept joining? Is she not able to join, or what's going on? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we're dealing with it.
All right. Who wants to go next? Okay, Avi, please.
Hello, everyone. Are you able to hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. My name is Avi Batula. I am currently employed with Microsoft. I'm a director of product management with industry AI team. My mood is a sense of gratitude, humility, and ambition. The background context behind the mood is there's a major reorg that's happening. It's very common in organizations. And the shift in the organization landscape, I'm just navigating through that space. There's a lot of excitement and new possibilities that are possible, but also the blockers that I'm carrying in terms of there are certain blocker and destroyer moods that comes with the certain like resignation or skepticism in how the what kind of challenges and mistakes, etc., that we've made as a part of the old structure, as well as how the reorg happens. It's always change is hard. So that is the context that I'm coming with. The mission that I'm in, or mainly the people who are my people. My people are the ones who work in enterprises that are in bad moods while doing the teamwork, but leaving a lot of their potential unexplored because of the moods and the way the collaboration happens there. They hurt each other and eventually leave an amazingly new world that is and are very possible to be unrealized. That's the problem, or the people and the problem that I'm passionate about.
Okay. All right, let's do something interesting. I want to do a group surgery of a kind. In response to what Avi is saying, I have an idea, which was not part of the plan, but I have an idea. So first of all, as many of you as possible, please come to camera so I could also see you, right? It's not a one-way game. Step on the court, bring yourselves forward so I can see you, I can read you. Wow, there you, wow, look at that. Now, this is a gift for the teacher. This is a free event. The only gift you have for me here is through, there is Azmat, wonderful. The gift you have is to share, if at all possible, your lovely being with me as we speak with each other. Okay, so Avi says that I am dealing with, Avi, by the way, is also one of the participants in our programs. Avi is a leader and he is bringing transformation at Microsoft. He's taken responsibility for the whole of Microsoft to shifting things around and to build the future of human beings in technology. So what to do if we find ourselves in these moods of resignation, frustration, and all kinds of negative moods? Anyone else here that deals with those moods in themselves and their workplace? Probably all of us. Whoever says that I don't deal with frustration or resignation, please let me know. I'd like to hire you as my coach. Okay. So, how do you shift frustration, resignation, and bring about a new future? So all of you think of one negative emotion or mood that you're dealing with within yourself or within your team or your people or your background. You all got it? Avi, you said resignation, so stick with that. This is just an exercise. Do it for an exercise. Pick one for yourselves. Write it down. You got it? Okay, very good. Now, just imagine, we're not going to do like a full process and the surgery right this moment, but just imagine we do something magical and this disappears. This gets taken care. We say something here that this gets taken care. You let it go, this disappears, the concern disappears, whether in you, it's a bad mood or mood in your environment, that totally gets taken care. What might be possible? One word, what might be possible? What new mood might be possible? What new future might be possible? If this gets taken care, if this gets addressed, resolved, completed, we say some magic word, we say jantar mantar, we say abracadabra, some magical words, and this goes away. And what will happen for you or your people? You got that? Anyone is struggling with that? It's not, is it clear, not clear? So if we have struggled with worry, and if worry gets taken care of for me, then what might be possible is peace and joy. I have worry about Ukraine situation. And if this gets taken care, I will have peace and joy in my life and peace and joy in the life of all Ukrainians and all Russian soldiers. They're also far away from their homes and everybody else that's scared about this conflict. There'll be peace and joy. Now you got that, right? Now, in a very nutshell, the essence of ontological coaching is just this, that you keep looking at what's possible and keep living what's possible moment to moment to moment. So here I make a commitment to you that I will live peace and joy in this conversation as that possibility becomes real for me. And as you begin to live your possibility moment to moment to moment, you notice that the negative moods and orientations, yours and others, they don't have as much control over you as they appeared to have had before. That helps, Avi? Now,
Yep.
this was for you because you have studied the whole method in quite detail. The actual method is quite comprehensive and takes a while to do a proper surgery about this, a proper transformation about this. This makes sense?
Thank you, Saqib.
This makes sense. Okay, very good. Very good. All right, big round of applause for Avi. Okay, I want to hear from some new people. I got your comments. You filled out some registration forms. I got your comments. So please come forward. You remember what we said earlier? The path to power is through courage. Courage is your bridge to power. So have courage, bring forth what is stuck for you. What are you struggling with? What is stuck for you? Maybe if you need some connections or something, right here, we have a rich network and we can put you in touch with the right people. If you need some consultation, we can do something right away. And if it turns out it's a more serious matter, then we could organize a one-on-one time. So who wants to go next? Okay, Zahra, you're on.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sahra, please. And I have been practicing mode of gratitude ever since Saqib has recommended it in my last meeting with him. Ever since then, I have experienced many different things in my personality. I have improved in communicating and interacting with my in-laws, and I can see that I can manage things very well after that. I used to be very anxious and I felt really depressed around that time when we last met. After that, I am really trying my best to practice gratitude, and now I'm really ambitious about my future. I'm taking guide from Tosif Bhai.
Mhm.
And nowadays, I am just having difficulties in managing my time with my work, online work, and with my home housework.
Mhm.
I can manage my housework very well, but I cannot
Mhm.
take out my time to work on my computer, write something.
Hmm.
That's the problem.
That's what you're up against. Very good. Very good. So what is your work online now? What are you doing?
I'm just starting. Tosifa is guiding me about it to write some article.
Uh-huh. You're writing some
I will
articles.
start with that.
Okay. All right. Very good. You know, when we experience lack of time or frustration about time or something like this, it is generally one of the two things, and they're both connected to each other. First, you may be overcommitted. You may have too much on your plate.
No, I'm not overcommitted.
You're not overcommitted. You don't have too much on your plate.
No.
So it's more procrastination. You know what you need to do. You sit there, you look at a task, and you can bring yourself to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Then you need some cultivation of mind. We offer here at no cost every day, small mind focus practice, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night. Any of you that are interested in it will be happy to invite you. It's live. You practice twice a day with me. That'll help you focus your mind. Number one. Number two, make requests and offers, make requests to people in your family. This is not a building a great self, is not a solitary game. It's a game played together with others. Enroll others in your new work. If you have been having the profession of homemaker for some time and now you're trying to have a second profession, of course, it's going to have to change many things. So enroll others. You mentioned that your conversations with your in-laws are improving. So what a fantastic opportunity. Go to your mother-in-law, give her a big hug and say, I am so grateful you're in my life. And would you please help me with this, this, and this? Make requests. When we make requests to others to take care of ourselves, we begin to grow our power. Our community grows. Don't have this be as your personal failing. I cannot tell where the challenge might be, but having a mind-focused practice every day. Also, other strategies for dealing with in-laws, I'm going to make a small joke. Other strategies for dealing with in-laws, we offer Shaolin Kung Fu practice every day. So you can come practice Shaolin Kung Fu with us. Every time there's an argument, you start to go like this, ha ha, and see if that improves the situation. That was just a joke, by the way. Okay, thank you, Zahra. Does that help at all?
Yes, I will try your recommendation.
All right, very good.
Not about Shaolin.
Well, to try it, you never know. Or maybe invite your in-laws together to learn Shaolin, huh? Okay. Thank you, Zahra. And welcome back. We have missed you in this community. And many of us wonder about you. What are you up to and how you are? So good to see you. Okay, big round of applause for Zahra. Okay. Who wants to talk next? Sana? Hello. Why don't you please introduce yourself a little bit? Who are you? Where are you dialing from? Share with us, what are your ambitions? What are your goals? What are the stucknesses? Please.
So, hello everyone. I'm brand new to this group. Actually, friend of mine, Habibullah Khan, has brought me here. And this is the first time, so he just told me to listen here that what's going on here. And then maybe in the future, I can decide like if I'm able to participate further or not. But currently, regarding me, I'm basically from Pakistan and I'm in Germany working as a software engineer in Bosch. And so like normal people, I'm working 9 to 5 hours work. And then now I'm trying to actually to get out of this, which is not at the moment I think possible, to get out of this 9 to 5 hours work and start my own activities. So at the moment, and then I'm thinking that it should be something like which runs on some automation. Like I don't need to put too much efforts into this. So beside my these work, I'm working like on nowadays in the blockchain technologies. I'm trying to learning these things, and I'm doing investment in these. And so a bit of a problem which nowadays I face is the time management. So I find it hard to manage both of them beside my family as well. So I have my wife and a kid. So all these three things needs proper timing, which I'm a bit not able to manage at the moment.
I see.
But I believe that practicing these things, yeah, will make me able to manage how I manage these things.
I see. And you're in Germany?
Yes, I'm in Germany.
You're
I'm
in Germany.
in Stuttgart. Yeah.
Okay. So you have three things: wife, kids, and 9 to 5. So which one you're trying to get out of?
Actually, at the moment, none of them.
Oh, none of them. You don't want to get out of any one of them.
Because
okay.
my wife and kid, of course.
I know. I am just
part
teasing
of my
you.
life. 9 to 5 work is like it makes me able to be live in this system. Otherwise, I cannot stay within this system, because for everything you need to have like, for example, for house contract you need to have a job contract. For bank account you need to have a contract. So these are the things for which you need to be in this ecosystem for some 9 to 5 work. But beside this, I have started this journey of like investing in something, understanding and investing in these things. But at the moment, it's the very initial stage of this, and the main point is like I'm trying to how to manage these things in parallel. So I'm working on them, but the time management is very difficult at the moment. Yeah.
Sana, your main challenge is not time management. Your main challenge, you need better maps. You're working from maps that are not going to deliver. You're slaving away at a job. You have an interpretation you're slaving away at the job. So you're not being fully there. And you're trying to do something on the side, which you're doing it more like to build something called automation. There is nothing in the world really that runs on 100% automation. Whatever we do, what you really want at the end of the day, I am thinking some financial power and some joy in your work. The financial power and joy cannot come from the kind of maps that you're working with. I'll keep the slaving away thing. I'll do something on the side, which will be some blockchain stuff. That is surefire way that you'll remain trapped for a long time. So not right now, but you're welcome to talk to me. We need to help you draw a better map that what is it that you are up against? What would be the meaning of your life? What would you do that would give you a great deal of joy? Now, if you want to just have your own business, okay, I can solve that problem for you right this moment. There is someone here on this call that can introduce you to starting your own business and start making money very quickly.
Yeah, this is the current issue. So
you're starting to get some clarity. It would be very good for you that you say to yourself, I don't know what my current issue is.
No, at the moment I know this is the burning issue, which I like, the financial freedom.
I got that.
Yeah.
I got that, but just consider what I'm saying. Just consider. Don't agree or disagree right away. Consider what I'm saying. I'm going to solve your business issue in a moment. I'm going to introduce you to someone who can help you too. And I personally vouch for this person I'm going to introduce you to. That's going to help you start a new business and you'll be making money. That's easy peasy. That's not as difficult as you might think. But more importantly, an engineer that doesn't want to be an engineer is a big disaster. You are in the middle of some kind of a disaster and you haven't gripped it yet. You haven't fully come to grips with it. You have built a bad mood about your job. If you leave your job without dealing with that bad mood, that mood will not stay with the job. That will carry you into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So I know I'm doing like a big alert to you right now, but all I could do in this short moment is to disrupt your programming a little bit. Now, for you or anyone that wants to start this Amazon business and find their niche and find their product and start selling, please be my guest and talk to Kathy McDougall. You all can message Kathy McDougall and she can help you put in touch with the people. She knows some guy, Persian guy who's helped tons of people making money through Amazon. If that's the game, go play it. But what I'm saying, you may not be as interested in that game as you might think. But how would you find out? Go play the game, go make some money. Then you'll find out. The future is software. Software people are going to run the show, run the world. You have the possibility of a big breakthrough, big rich guy, billionaire, doesn't matter the amount money-wise. Do something. The whole world is going to be built in software. And you say that I want to do something on the side to put it on automation. And what are you going to do with the rest of your time? If we show you to put it on automation, you'll just lay around all day, watch TV, drink Coca-Cola. We don't want that. We want you working hard. We don't want to give you automation. So I am perturbing and poking you a little bit to wake up from this slumber of wanting automation and wanting, there is something going on. And talk to Kathy if you want to set up a business within few months and start making money. That may not be as satisfying for someone who has an engineering background. Kathy, would you please help Sana if he contacts you?
Yeah, of course. Love to have that conversation.
Okay. That's,
thank you.
That's helpful.
Yeah, I hope.
I think we helped you a little bit and we hurt you a little bit. Hope that something wakes up and the egg cracks, and then what emerges out and from inside the egg maybe is a big dragon with big wings and flying all over the world and making new companies and softwares and programs, But we need to do something about the mood that has gotten stuck a little bit. Okay. All right. Is that okay for now? Or
yeah,
that's okay for now? Okay. All right. Big round of applause for Sana. Very nice. Good work. Good job. Okay. Who wants to?
Iqbal Khatun left us a message. She wants to go next.
Okay. Call her, please.
Iqbal, please unmute yourself.
Okay, Iqbal Khatun, you're next. You have to unmute yourself. You have to undo your camera. Okay, we can't hear from her right now. So would you please, you are not able to read your question. Okay, Maria, would you read her question then?
Okay. Here, she says, I'm a master's student currently working on research work. I get demotivated easily when things do not work during these days. I feel I don't have much time due to some family issues. I want to do a lot, but cannot manage my time. On the other side, I want to practice gratitude and patience, but struggling with it. My near future ambitions include to do a PhD from the US, and I have started the process. but sometime my mind deviates.
Okay, so where are you, Iqbal Khatun?
Maybe she's unable to share her camera.
No, where are you meaning which country? Where are you located? Where in the world are you located? Okay, assuming she's in Pakistan. Okay. So how can we help you? What can we do for you? What is your question? It would be good next time you orient yourself to come interact with us. We're not providing like pills and solutions in response to clear problems. The shift that happens, it happens in conversations. I cannot tell what is your real concern. Maybe your real concern is that you're dealing with some anxiousness, you're dealing with some, you said demotivation. It would be good to learn a little bit about what are you aiming at? Why do you want to do PhD? What concern that is pulling you? If the only concern that's pulling us that I want to make more money, I want to get a degree, that's a small concern, and soon enough we'll be bored. But when you commit to care for something, perhaps you want to do, I have another friend who wants to do doctorate in public health policy. She is devastated by the conditions of health policy and health in Pakistan, and she's really motivated by learning more on how to help the government shape the policy. So that commitment that she has made to some people, to some space, to some concern, you feel good, you don't feel good, that commitment pulls you. If you make the ambitions of your life only based on how you feel, man, we are in big trouble, because as human beings, we cannot constantly feel good. That's not possible. There are down moments, there's upward moments, there are frustrations. Look at the world situation. Anyone that is a little bit awake at the current time, how could not suffer? How could not be a little perturbed? Number one. Number two, who is your community? Who are the people you're in conversations with? Perhaps you are facing some solitude, some loneliness, perhaps. So in that case, find some community. You're always most welcome to our community. To become part of our community takes no fee at all. That's free. You can come do mind focus with us, Muraqabah with us twice a day. We do this. You can exercise with us every day. We do this Shaolin Fit exercise. We study philosophy and do these public events. So you could come hang out with us, or identify a community of others that can hold you accountable. Identify what is your commitment. Just having a PhD is not an interesting enough of commitment. You must have a larger commitment than just having PhD. So I don't know if that helps you or not, but we're going to trust that maybe it helps. Okay. Big a round of applause for Iqbal Khatun for showing up and posting her question. Next time, we hope to hear her voice directly and see her, and maybe we can help better that way. Okay, Leela, please. Thank you for raising your hand. Big round of applause for Leela for raising hand.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I want to thank my friend Avi, who actually introduced me to this, and he forwarded me the invitation. So mine is not a professional or career-related situation. So I work for Deloitte Consulting, implementing technology projects, and about 6 months back, due to a major health issue, I'm on leave of absence right now and working on recovering, and there is still, we expect a little more time before I can be fully functional and get back to my work. So if the way I see it, like all of us have hardships in our lives, and then there are true adversities which kind of shake you up from the core. And from what I have gone through so far is of that kind, where I need to practically relearn a host of things that I used to do. But the mood that I am in right now, from where I was, let's say September, October of 21, to now, is that of a lot of gratitude, that having gone through what I have gone through and what my wife has gone through to where I am right now. And there is that constant determination that I've got to get through this, get out of a situation where my health or my current state is not allowing me to get back into that fully functional, fully operational person. And the thing that I constantly struggle, and maybe this is the thing that I need to keep reminding myself and do the best I can, that it's very easy for me to get into dark places, to say, this is it. You are dealt a very bad hand, and there is only so much you can do, or you cannot do anything. So it's just being aware and mindful and watchful of that, because my end goal is going back to what I was in, like, pre-September. I was hospitalized from September, so it's like going to that pre-September body and mind, which was highly active, highly functional, and contributing to my clients and my teams and such, that before September, the whole goal was, what all do I need to do to become a partner in Deloitte? Now it's more like work has taken a back seat. First thing is, you do you, kind of thing. So I need to do myself and be in a position where I can be back. That's where my mind is. I don't know if any of that made any sense, Saqib, but they
It
just
made a lot of sense.
Put that out there.
Leela, it made a lot of sense. I can identify with that, as something very similar came to pass in my own life. I was a high energy, high stress, high energy, high power entrepreneur, first at Microsoft, then built my own companies, sold my own companies. There came a time about 10 years ago when I just collapsed one day, walking with my family in the market, and found myself, where did you go? Okay, found myself in a hospital, woke up in a hospital. And I thought that it was a temporary thing, but for many years, I couldn't gain my old energies back. And so I know something about the dark corners. I know something about, you have, and you're right, you're actually doing a good job coaching yourself. It would also be good that you have a coach and you have a community that can support you. Your mind is in the right direction. You are coaching yourself very well. What you don't want to become is a victim of God. That's what we become when we think we have been dealt a bad hand. Why me? Poor me, why me? We've been dealt a bad hand. First, there is an indignity inflicted from the outside, and then we inflict this indignity from the inside. There are situations and circumstances lined up against us, and then we say, oh, God wants to screw me, I will screw myself. So watch for that mood. Don't build a mood of what you need, my brother, is a mood of being a fighter in the fight. Joy at being a fighter in the fight. You're alive, you're breathing, your eyes are open. You know what I did? So I ran around to doctors for a while, this specialist, that specialist. They can't figure out. They say, oh, do this surgery, sinus surgery, this, nothing. Thank God I didn't do any of these surgeries they were recommending. But what I did was I took responsibility for my own health. I started to study. I studied a whole homeopathic literature, only to find out that my conclusion is homeopathic is fake. But I studied other interesting things. I studied Ayurveda a little bit. I studied something called Tibbe Yunani. I studied naturopathy. I began to learn a lot about diet. There's one doctor that I respect that I found out. His name is Dr. Greger, nutritionfacts.org. He has gotten a whole hundreds of volunteers of doctors that are researching every disease and every latest literature. Most doctors are not doing this kind of a job. So you can take responsibility for your health. You can investigate your diet. If you just go to your normal doctor and everything, they don't have enough time. It's not like they don't know. They don't have the time, and the paradigms are well set. So now I'm not saying that you may or may not do that. You may have some problem that is clear and obvious, and I don't know. I'm speaking for myself. What else I did is, it was at that time I got into, first I tried to recover quickly to go to my old life again. But it doesn't matter what I did, I couldn't recover. I couldn't recover. So I began to read about what is human life, what is ambition, what is career, how do you recover? So I got into philosophy. I got into existential philosophy. I found Fernando Flores, and I went to study with Fernando Flores. That took me to a whole another career and dimension that I'm doing now. I couldn't have imagined. I mean, who wants to be a coach? I didn't grow up saying like, oh God, when I grow up, I want to be a coach. You know how difficult it is to make money as a coach. Software was easy. Software was straightforward. But once I began to learn something, my friends began to come to me for advice, for counseling, for support. So a new dimension of life opened up. Sometimes I couldn't even get hired at the same job that I was doing very well and getting gold stars and everything. I couldn't even get that job again. I would sit in interview and I would start to sweat and get real nervous, whatever was going on. So I decided that I'm going to reconstruct my mind, my body, my everything. And as these decisions happen, if you see some of my old pictures, I changed, my whole face changed. My whole way of being changed, the way I talk, the way I carry myself, the whole thing shifted. Then I got into Vipassana meditation. I went one time for 10 days in a silent retreat, went another time. Then I invented a new meditation technique. So today, this was 10 years ago. Today, I thank heavens, thank the universe for giving me this illness so I could become who I have become. I could have never become who I have become. So I don't know who you will become. I'm not saying you need to become somebody like me. No. But building a mood of joy at being a fighter in the fight. Oh, universe, thank you for giving me this fight. What does this mean? Encounter fully. Give up the goal of trying to go back. There is no going back. There is only going forward. And I'm curious to see what might unfold out of you. I thank the universe for giving you this kind of difficulty so we can really see who the hell is Leela Krishna. We want to see. Universe didn't give you birth so you can do 9 to 5 and then set up an automation for yourself and then live rest of your life worry-free. Universe did not give you birth for this purpose. Now it's your opportunity to investigate a little bit that what the hell universe brought you into existence for. Yep. And
I keep telling myself that.
Come again?
Sorry, I keep telling myself this is the fight of my life. This is the fight for my life. And you talk about the physical and mental stuff, and that's another thing that I want to thank Avi in front of all of you guys, because he introduced me to Stoicism and he sent me a couple of books. Like opening your mind to a different point of view, where don't fret about things you cannot control. Just do what you can control has been like a big fundamental lesson for me. What's the point in worrying about things that are not in my control? I can do these 2 or 3 things. Just keep doing that.
Fine. I read the Stoic philosophy myself. I liked it for a little bit, and then I have some issue with it. If Stoic philosophy had gotten it all, I think that ambition, it's not bad, especially if it's an ambition for the wellness of others. You can feed the snake its own tail. You can do auros bauros with your being. Stoicism is a good place to start. But I invite you to go to the next level, an exponential opening that doesn't come through stoicism. So think a little bit about this. One of the things you could do is to join our daily, all of you could actually do that. You could join our daily Shaolin practice. We practice every morning, 7:30 till 8 a.m. Pacific time. And you're welcome to join. It will help your body in a number of ways. We do energy exercises. Usually within short time, you get real sweaty, and we work with your breath. And it's really, really good for the body. These are all the things that I learned to recover my health. Today, knock on wood, thank universe, thank God, thank Allah, thank Brahmana. My health is better than it was in its 20s and 30s. I have more energy. I work 13, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. No problem. Well, not no problem. Sometimes I get tired, but no problem. I was never able to work like this before. Health recovery, full recovery, even rejuvenation is possible. So don't give up hope, and don't say, well, that's all that there is to it. Perhaps this challenge that's come in front of you is provoking something new out of you. So set up a time with me. I want to talk to you more. I want to see what is going on with your life and see how we might help you. Okay? Thank you for joining us. What a pleasure to meet you, Leela Krishna.
Thank you.
Big round of applause. Thank you, Avi, for having such a treasure come and be present amongst us. Okay, who's next?
Saqib, Wakar's mom is with us, Samra, and Samra Hafiz.
I see. Where is she? Samra Hafiz.
She wants to ask a question in Urdu. I can translate that for her. So.
I would like to hear your question in Urdu. I can translate it myself.
Okay. Samra, would you
Samra, is it at all
yourself?
possible? Should we call you now? Your son is a wonderful, wonderful son, by the way. He's with us. Should we call you Auntie Samra or Samra? Walaikum assalam. Please speak a little louder. थोड़ा सा ऊंची बोलिए.
जी जी बिल्कुल. मेरा नाम समरा है. आपको पता है मैं वकार की अम्मी हूँ, और ये कि आज का जो सेशन है ये वकार ने मुझे कहा था आप लेना, तो मैंने कहा चलो ठीक है मैं देखती हूँ. आपसे बात करके आपको बल्कि सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा. वैसे तो इंग्लिश में मुझे समझ आ जाती है थोड़ी बहुत, लेकिन पूरा नहीं आती, और मुझे इंग्लिश बोलनी नहीं आती इतना. थोड़ी बहुत ही कर लेती हूँ जो भी थोड़ा बहुत बच्चों के साथ ऐसे. तो इसके अलावा ये कि जो मूड के ऊपर बात हो रही है, तो मुझे लगता है कि मेरा मूड जो है वो वक्त के साथ चेंज होता रहता है, और आजकल जो मेरा मूड है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग और कभी कभी सीरियस भी है, और इसके अलावा मैं बहुत ज़्यादा सेंसिटिव हो जाती हूँ बात चीज़ों के ऊपर. लेकिन मैं आजकल अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग महसूस कर रही हूँ कि मैं थोड़ी अपने आप को खुद को महसूस करती हूँ कि मैं मजबूत हूँ, या हो रही हूँ या हूँ. ठीक है. इसके अलावा जो दूसरी चीज़ कि आपका बैकग्राउंड क्या है, उसके ऊपर मैं ये कहूँगी कि वकार ने तो खैर आपको बता दिया होगा जो भी है बैकग्राउंड. मैं अपनी ज़ात के हवाले से बात करूँ तो बहुत अच्छा भी नहीं, बहुत बुरा भी नहीं, अच्छा बैकग्राउंड रहा. हस्बैंड के साथ, बच्चों के साथ प्रॉब्लम्स तो आती हैं, लेकिन उनका मुकाबला करना हमारी जो है आना चाहिए. मुकाबला करना होता है और सब कुछ साथ साथ चलता रहता है. उसके ऊपर मैं अब बात नहीं करना चाहती. मैं अपने इसके जो मेरे बिजनेस या जो मैं अपना इनकम के हवाले से या अपने प्रोफेशन के हवाले से बात करना चाहूँगी, क्योंकि मुझे उसमें थोड़ी सी स्ट्रगल और थोड़ी सी मुश्किल आ रही है. पहले तो मेरे हस्बैंड थे तो वही करते थे, मुझे इतना नहीं होता था. मैं शौक के लिए हद तक करती थी. कभी ऑनलाइन कर लेती थी, कभी स्टिचिंग कर लेती थी, कभी सैलून के लिए भी मैंने काफ़ी काम किया. ठीक है. तो इसके अलावा अब जो आजकल मेरा काम है, मैं बुटीक का काम कर रही हूँ. स्टिचिंग सिखाती भी हूँ और करती भी हूँ. इसके अलावा मैं आजकल फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग का कोर्स कर रही हूँ बाकायदा एक इंस्टीट्यूट से. तो इसके पहले तो मेरा ज़हन डाइवर्ट हो जाता था, कभी ये कर लूँ, कभी वो कर लूँ. तो लेकिन मेरा अभी भी जो मूड है वो यही है कि मैं पहले फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग में जो मेरा एम है बुटीक का करूँ. उसमें चाहे ब्राइडल या किड्स के ऊपर मेरा ज़्यादा है फोकस कि मैं इसके ऊपर ही काम करूँगी इंशाल्लाह। तो पहले मैं अपना कोर्स कंप्लीट करूँगी और फिर इसके बाद मैं इसको बाकायदा अपने प्रोफेशन के तौर पे इसको लेके आऊँगी, क्योंकि पहले भी मैंने बुटीक के लिए फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग के कोर्सेज किए हुए हैं, तो वो काफ़ी अर्सा पहले की बात है। तो उसको एक तो रिन्यू करना था मुझे, क्योंकि न्यू ट्रेंड आ जाता है सब कुछ। लेकिन अभी भी जो इसमें स्ट्रगल और टाइम टेकिंग है और मुश्किलात हैं। एक तो स्टार्टअप के कैसे स्टार्ट होगा ये काम, क्योंकि मैंने अभी काफ़ी नॉलेज आ गई है, पहले भी थी और अब मैं बाकायदा इंस्टीट्यूट से ले रही हूँ। तो स्टार्टअप का मुझे अभी भी मुश्किल है कि मैं कैसे स्टार्ट करूँगी, कस्टमर कैसे बनेंगे, ये चीज़ें भी मुझे जो है ना ठीक समझ में आती।
Okay, good. Thank you. She's just a brief translation. Samra reported on her life circumstances and situations. She had been a homemaker all her life, and she has done several professions, but now she is starting a new boutique, and she's wondering how to find customers for her boutique and how to have her boutique business take it off the ground. Now, Samra is in Pakistan. Is someone here who knows about boutique business in Pakistan? So, Samra, this is not a quick question. I have a couple of recommendations for you. My first recommendation, make a team. I have a sense that you are alone. So make a team. The team could be consisted of your family members, maybe your neighbors, another woman, perhaps have a partner, someone that can hold you responsible and you hold the other person responsible. Do it together with 2 or 3 other mothers. Number one. Number two, write your mission, manifesto, write what you want to do. What is your vision? Just doing boutique for the sake of boutique is not interesting. Perhaps you can pick up a mission that I want to provide women income that don't have income. I want to make beautiful fashion for others. Put your missions down. Some mission that can give you power, that can motivate you, give you energy, even when you feel down. And being sensitive is not a problem. You're a human being. It's only an illusion. ऐसे ख्याल है लोगों का कि we should not be sensitive and we should always be so strong and acting strong. Don't worry about it. You are talking about emotional fortitude. Fortitude meaning strength, emotional fortitude. We need emotional fortitude. How do we develop emotional fortitude? Number one, look at who is your people, who is your belonging, the 2 or 3 other women that you work together with. You ladies will keep each other motivated. Number one. Number two, practices. When to wake, when to eat, when to sleep, meditation, muraqabah, namaz, puja part, whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever is the background, but having some practice throughout the day that can calm your mind down. You can also come practice with us. We practice every day a muraqabah technique called Anak Muraqabah. I call it mind focus technique in English. You can come practice with us every day. Bakard knows how to get there and he can set you up. Okay, I think that is, this is a good beginning. Keep talking to us and we will help you more. We'll help you more with marketing questions, but not at this moment. If I start talking about marketing, I am going to lose half of this audience. So, okay, big round of applause for Samra. Okay.
Should we call one more person or do we take a break now?
Let's, Amy, what do you say?
Maybe a break, but if you're feeling on a roll.
No, break. Break is good. Break sounds like a good idea. Okay, 5 minutes break. And time is 11:12 by my clock. So please be back at 11:17. Thank you.
We
And
have
we'll
a exercise planned for you, so don't leave. Come back. It's going to be exciting. Going to be able to talk to more people.
We're going to teach you one new skill. Okay, thank you. I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. Let me check in with a couple of people, and then we will send you to small groups in a moment and do an exercise. So let's see, AZ, how are you doing? How's your work at the Australian Federal Police going?
I will be joining next month, still 1 month to go. I'm excited, ambitious, but on the same side, I'm confused and worried about the new workplace, new team, and the new software I'll be working in. The work is similar. I'm working as a payroll officer at the moment with the federal agency, and another job is aligned next month after Easter. It would be exciting, but the other challenge I would be facing is it will be the next level. The level that currently I'm working in is lower than what I got for the new agency.
Okay.
My fear is that what if I would not be able to reach the expectations of my team, my new team with the new software. I will be working on SAP. That will be new for me. And it's a different industry. So they will have different enterprise agreements, which need to work on the new legislations I need to. So these kind of things on my mind.
This is what's on your mind. Got you. Okay, very good. I'll share a personal secret of mine. How to overcome this, how to overcome this kind of nervousness and anxiety where you may or may not qualify, or you may or may not be good enough. Often we cannot tell how good we are. We have a little voice that's constantly telling us that we're not very good. I got the same little voice telling me all the time, you're not very good, you're not very good, you're not very good. All of us got that. Okay. How to overcome this is to put your attention on the care and concern you have for others. Put your attention, keep building the mood of care and concern. Care and concern about everyone getting the right payroll, and mistakes are not being made, and everybody being taken care. When you commit yourself to take care of others, the focus from yourself disappears. And whatever the little voice is saying, it gets muffled. It gets buried. It doesn't go away. It stays there. But now you get busy and engaged and committed to taking care of other people. Now, if you don't know some skill, you'll learn it. I mean, when I started this work, coaching is not a old profession for me. It's relatively a new profession. Now I have coached people and helped people for as long as I have been in this entrepreneurial game. But to take it on as a way to make livelihood is brand new. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to sell that. But I care about the people that rely on me for their businesses, for their jobs. So in that care, I say to my little voice, well, thank you for sharing. You don't know very much. I'm going to try anyways. And it turns out that I try again and again and again and make mistakes. And people will forgive you. You go to a new place, maybe you make mistakes. Just own up a mistake. You make mistake right away. Well, I made a mistake. If you bring care and concern to the table, people would love you, and they will forgive you, and they will teach you, and they will put up with your mistakes. But if you focus on how strong you be in the game, then people find opportunities to poke at your power. People find opportunities to poke at you again and again. That helps, Azmat?
Yeah, surely. I think I need to be more expressing the issues that I will be facing. That will be more helpful, I believe, which actually worked. I've been working with you for a few months. I believe that helped me a lot. In fact, it helped me in the interview as well. I must be thankful to you for that.
With pleasure. But right now you did a little move that reminded me, one time I went to my doctor and doctor listened to whatever is going on and gave me some antibiotics on my way. I was like, doctor, what really helps me is the what is that? Vitamin C and vitamin D. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure that I take that. Doctor says, yes, that's very good. You take vitamin C and vitamin D, and also take the medicine I just gave you. Okay.
One more thing I would like to add in. There was a accounting course I was doing, and I discontinued because of my job, a new job with the federal agency. I've restarted. I've I added to registered 2 units during my holidays these days.
Okay.
But just stopped for some reason. I think I've been feeling very low in energy for like a couple of days. So this is what I'm thinking. I don't know if I would be able to complete them before I join the new job, because that's going to be ending by the end of April, and I'm still behind some lessons.
Right. So we turn our attention to the point number 1 again. If
Yes.
you take this on because you want one more degree, you already have like how many masters? 4 or 5 masters?
No, not that many, just 2
that
of them.
many, only 3.
This is not a master's degree. This is for my accounting experience. I'm just
I got you. Follow. I got what you're grappling with. Follow my line of thinking a little bit. You already have plenty for yourself to prove to the world how brilliant you are, and you are brilliant. You have degrees in statistics and economics and mathematics, and I don't even know all the subjects that you have degrees in. Now, locate your care outside of yourself. It's good to, when we are young, we care about our career. Fine, we can do things. But if you want your career to grow exponentially, and you want to ride these waves of down moods and up moods, then locate your care in something other than yourself. Put your care in other people's lives. Maybe perhaps your care is making sure that people get paid. Give yourself a job that I am the one that makes sure everybody in Australian Federal Police gets paid. I am responsible for paying everyone. That's my job. So your sense of power and dignity, it doesn't come from your credentials or your knowledge, but it comes from your commitment to take care of others. Many of you here have had the experience, not yourself, but many others actually don't know, maybe you have too, have had the experience of being a mother for the first time. Who here has had the experience of being a mother or father for the first time? Let me see, show of hands. Yeah, mother or father for the first time. When you become a mother or father for the first time, you don't know, you haven't done this before, you don't have a degree, your knowledge is limited, you're probably making mistakes, but your care, your commitment to take care of the little one is solid, and that care begins to teach you. So I'm asking you to consider playing a new game. I'm asking you to consider playing a new game of locating your power and your career growth by locating where your care is. It's a weird experiment. Try that and see what results come. That helps?
Yes, definitely. I've noted that. I will.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Come back, try that experiment and come back and tell us. And if you end up
Will
getting
do.
3 more promotions because of this advice, then you know where to send the royalty checks.
Yes.
Okay.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else wants to check in before we send you to small groups or we start the exercise?
Let's start the exercise.
Let's start the exercise. So, okay, very good. Now we want to talk a bit about commitments. Commitment is a linguistic phenomenon. Human beings are these weird kind of animals that talk, listen to each other about their concerns, make commitments, and go invent futures. Look carefully. With commitments, you invent your own future and future of others around you. When you committed to come here by registering via our website, you invented a new future, and now you're fulfilling that future. Now, the commitments that are worth making are the ones that scare you at least a little bit. What is the commitment you can make that scares you a little bit? Maybe taking an accounting course scares you, but maybe not. And if that doesn't scare you, it will definitely bore you. For those that feel a little bit bored by their worlds, because you have commitments that don't scare you, so your commitments bore you. Make a commitment that scares you at least a little bit. When you make a commitment to a new future, when you make a commitment, new future, new alliances, new help, all that is good and great, it begins to flow in your direction. Oftentimes, it is not really the advice that is given from the outside that makes a difference. It is not some knowledge or some certification or some secret that makes a difference. What matters, and we have learned this again and again in our transformative work, what matters is your commitment of having a new future and a new self for you and for your community. Your commitment then is what makes a difference. So now we are going to divide you up into small groups of 3 and give you 15 minutes to share with each other what is opening for you. Having listened to some of these coaching conversations we've been having, consider the following questions as your guidelines. Let me pull the questions. Okay. Now, these questions, you don't have to answer them like checklists. Here are the questions. What is your mood? What are you learning? What new insights and ambitions are showing up? Where do you find yourself stuck? What new commitments are you now considering making towards a new future? And now go be with each other, listen generously, speak courageously, and make commitments with each other if you're ready, or ask others to help you where you might need help. Okay, go do that. And now, Victoria, please share the questions in the chat box. And Maria, please divide and perhaps leave 3 people with me.
Yeah.
In the main room. Okay, here we go.
I have shared the questions.
Okay, very good. See you all in a little bit. 15 minutes.
Okay, just 1 second. Okay.
Okay, please join your breakout rooms. Okay.
Yeah, Saqib. Avi will join when he sees it, and some Rafis will do.
Okay, and
I'll go
Usman
join. Yeah, I see that I have
is
to join.
asking for help. So you want to go join the breakout room and help him?
Avi?
No, Usman Hadi. Are you not getting the notification? Usman Hadi is asking for help. Okay. All right. Akua. Hi. How are you doing? How's your mood?
Well, I haven't slept yet. So since I recall, you've gone to bed and woken up and I'm still awake. So you can imagine it's been a long day for me.
So you're exhausted. Gotcha.
Yeah, I am.
Gotcha.
So, but I still I have a mood of optimism, a mood of ambition. I've had a really good day today. It's been very productive, and lots of doors I feel have been opening. And also a mood of gratitude, the fact that I'm actually on this call with my brother. So very, very thankful about that.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. What is anything new, any insights or any commitments that are opening up during this call for you?
Yeah, I think there is I think it goes back to when you were talking earlier about risk. And today I had a wonderful day and was able to show up in front of about 40 women. And it was fascinating what happened during the 2.5 hours that I was there. And it wasn't all about me, but it became all about me. And there was a real kind of keenness and enthusiasm to hear more about Dreamcatcher, to the point where they're doing another event next month, and they want me to sort of be the keynote speaker and talk about Dreamcatcher. And so that for me isn't about taking a risk, but it's the networking opportunity that I've got there, and the other opportunities that I have around almost expanding who my people are. And so some insights that I got from individuals that were there around another sort of set of people that they'd like me to consider. And so having heard you speak earlier on about risk, I probably want to discuss that a little bit more with you when we meet next week. It's not the time now, but that might be a potential opportunity to make myself more accessible to a wider community, and impact individuals that are young people. So yeah, that's me.
Congratulations on all of these openings. These are big movements you're making.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You are a case study in what happens when a human being makes an important commitment. You left a high-paying job, a prominent position at a prominent university in the world, to say a little bit for those Avi and Samra and Rabi that are listening. What is it that you're doing? What is Dreamcatcher? What is your commitment? What are you up to? Let's hear a little bit.
As Saqib mentioned, my career has been in HR for the last couple of decades. I live in the United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi, and my previous role, in which I just left recently, was as the deputy head of, so I mean, it's basically deputy chief human resources officer. So it's quite a senior position within HR, and one that, as Saqib said, is very well paying. You know, a very successful person would be in that type of role. And I recognize that for me, there came a period of time where I became a little bit of a victim. And I say a little bit, I became a victim. I was quite miserable in my role over the last couple of years, and it was fearful thinking about leaving because of all of these trappings of success, the salary and the prestige, the title. But I did some work on myself, and even working with Saqib, I realized that there were some things that I had to acknowledge, that I was actually the cause of some of those things. There was a lot of blame game and blaming everyone else. But ultimately, I took that leap of faith, and I wanted to do what nourished my soul, something that fulfilled me. I've always had an extreme passion for travel, having traveled to nearly 70 countries, so 69 at the moment. And that's where, for me, I've transformed. That's where I've been able to see the world through a different lens, and I've been able to impact people that I've met, and people have been able to inspire me that I've met. I've traveled off the beaten track and done all sorts of things, but ultimately, you know, that coupled with my passion for people, because as a HR leader, I do have a passion to help and support people. I'm fusing those two elements together to create Dreamcatcher Global. And Dreamcatcher Global is really about taking people on an adventure and helping them transform through extraordinary kind of adventurous and transformational experiences, experiences that take them outside of their comfort zone, off the beaten track, experiences where they will face their fears and dig deep. And that's kind of my story, so to speak. And so at the moment, you know, what's happening is that through my story, I'm being invited to speak at different events in different places, and through that, loads of doors are opening. And I think my ability to just show up and say yes, and you know, take that risk, and even though there's nervousness and there's hesitation, I'm saying yes, and that's a bit, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone and doing that. But the you know, there's been so many possibilities that have been coming from that now. And it's been a beautiful journey, and the journey, of course, will continue forever. But you know, we're working in together, and I'm working with Saqib to help launch Dreamcatcher Global in the next couple of months. And I've identified who my people are. But as I mentioned earlier, you know, given some of the conversations that I've had with some of the people that I've met, people are keen to even include young people in those trips. They see that there's a need for, they think about their own children and how their children have been, I guess, almost trapped because of COVID and not able to travel with colleges or schools or anything like that. But there's a need for them to go out and have some adventures, adventures that are going to help them grow as young people. And that was something that I hadn't actually thought about from an adventure perspective. And so there's a possibility that has opened up there, and one I certainly want to explore. And there was, and the women that I'm engaging with, they're amazing women. You know, they themselves are very ambitious, and you know, they are ready to take some steps to make some changes in their own lives. But they're keen. I mean, it's amazing to see the response when I talk about Dreamcatcher. It's overwhelming in a beautiful way. It's like, whoa, wow, this is really something that people are very, very interested in, and they're always just saying the same thing: sign me up, where do I sign? So so there you go. That's me.
Congratulations. And I can see that you are a great deal exhausted. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with us. Okay. Hello, Marie. I saw you for like the briefest second, and then you turn into a chipmunk or a squirrel. I'm not sure what that is. There you are.
I'm not chipmunk.
Your photo
yeah,
looks.
Yeah.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Why don't you please introduce yourself and say a little bit, you know, what are you up to, and the questions we ask.
First, I'm not good at English. I'm just still learning, so please easy on me. And yes, I am a roommate with Victoria, the co-host, and she invites me here. And I'm just arrived to Canada from Japan, and I'm looking for a job for now. But in the future, I want to have my own business. And yeah, I'm just processing, but I'm not sure about anything yet. So
I see. Okay. Very good. Well, and you said it in perfect English that your English is not good. That was, that's a very Japanese thing to do, no? Every Japanese friend I have had usually start the conversation by saying, well, English is not very good. And they usually do it in a really good English.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it will be interesting to put our finger at some point in time on what is it that is moving you to this world. You said in your you said you want to start your business one day. So there is your challenge.
Yes.
Your challenge. And Robbie, I'm coming to you next. Okay, don't go away just yet. I haven't forgotten about you. You're mute, by the way. I can't hear you. So your challenge, Mary, is this. The challenge is one day. You have postponed your happiness and full expression to a future date. Maybe what you can and cannot do is limited, but it is good for you to start thinking about whom you like to serve and how. You want to make some kind of a bridge between Japan and US. So begin to consider who are the people in the United States that you would like to serve. And let that make the opening, or where you might even get a job. Kill the one day fantasy. One day is a fantasy. It's today. Whatever you're going to do, get started now. Maybe whatever you want to do, you start with by getting a job in the same business, or maybe you want to. I love Japanese candy, so that's the only business that's on my mind. Maybe you can export Japanese candy to Canada and United States. That would be a really fantastic business. So suppose you were to do that, then you get a job at a candy shop first and see how the whole thing is working. Be on a mission, starting as soon as possible. Don't delay. That's my 2 cents to you.
Thank you so much.
With pleasure. With pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Big round of applause for Mary.
Mary is my roommate.
Oh, Mary's your roommate. She told us.
Yes.
Very good. Good job, Victoria. Okay. Robbie, you want to share, you want to say something, you can interact with the questions we asked during the break, or say whatever is on your mind.
I'm Ravi Sadiq, and I'm a software engineer at Manaki. So the things I'm up to is that I would like to improve my communication skills, first and foremost. Like when I speak, I want to speak with clarity so that people could listen. And the second thing is
what do you want to do?
I want to speak with clarity.
You want to speak with clarity?
Yes, when I'm talking, people should listen.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was pretty clear to me. Was that not clear to anybody else? So we are that good, huh? You just made a goal that you want to speak with clarity, and suddenly you're speaking with clarity. Oh, wonderful. Okay. What's your next wish? I'm going to be that genie out of the lamp. Your first wish is granted. You want to speak with clarity? Done. What is your next wish? What do you want to do?
The next thing is that I'm a very passionate software engineer. I'm driven by passion. And when I see people around myself who lose their passion with time and are banged up from the field and they leave the field, that is a frightening to a person like myself who's driven by passion, because I want to do this for longer periods of time and I don't want to lose my passion. So is there a way to preserve one's passion?
Yes, that is a $99 question. Should we give you the secret to preserving one's passion?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, I am teasing you. Look, we were talking earlier, Azmat and I, Izzy and I were speaking earlier about the same topic. If your passion depends on having more for yourself, in some moment that passion will disappear. You like burgers? You like to eat burgers?
No.
You don't like to eat burgers. Tell me your favorite food that you like to eat.
I like to eat Chinese.
Okay, what dish? Do you have a dish?
Chinese rice.
Chinese rice. Okay, let's say we give you a plate of Chinese rice. Would you enjoy it?
Absolutely.
You will absolutely enjoy it. What if we give you another plate and say, eat it? Would you enjoy it?
That would depend on my appetite.
It depends on the appetite. Maybe, maybe not. And now we give you third plate and fourth plate. You're done.
Exactly.
No more enjoyment. Now, do you remember a time in your life when you got some joy by doing something for someone? Maybe for Tosif, maybe you checked in a really great code, or you made a web app, or did something, or maybe you helped a friend with the homework, or you helped an old lady cross the road, hoping that she wanted to cross the road.
Yes.
Can you think of an event when you really enjoyed doing something? Give me one example of something you really enjoyed doing and you got a lot of joy out of that. What was that?
Like recently I was working on performance oversight, and I was able to get decent success in it. So that was really motivating and empowering to me as a software engineer.
No, but
Felt really
that was
good.
success for you. When is it that you really enjoyed doing something for someone that didn't result in a personal gain right away?
Like making my mother happy.
Making your mother happy. What did you do for your mother that made her happy? Wash dishes?
Like whatever she says to me.
Well, let's pick up, play the game. Let's pick up something that you did to make your mother happy that you got a lot of satisfaction out of.
Like there are so many things, I cannot think of it right now.
Okay. You massaged her feet. Yeah.
Yes, that is
Massage her feet. That felt good. Have you done that? Have you massaged your mother's feet?
Several times.
Several times. You do it one day, you get joy out of it.
Yes.
You do it again next day, you get joy out of it.
Exactly.
You do it again next day, and again and again and again. The amount of joy does not go down. Exactly. It actually increases.
Yes.
So there you got the secret if you are paying attention to this. The secret is, if you do things for yourself and yourself alone, your passions will suddenly disappear. They will amount to nothing. You will get full. You may get what you want, and then you're done. So put your orientation, put your joy in serving others. Right now, you have an opportunity with Tosif. So every time you check in a code, get some joy out of it. Maybe you ask Tosif to thank you. Say, hey, would you please thank me every time I get the code so I can be joyful? You have to train your body and your mind to draw joy from care of others. That would be the way to keep your passion.
Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. If you, in a long term, this is the beginning of the game. This is not the end of the game. Today, we are giving you the beginning of the game. Then the beginning of the game is that you develop some kind of a motto, some kind of a manifesto, some kind of a mission of your life, that what would be the meaning of your life next 5 years, 10 years. Suppose 30 years out, 50 years out, you still look like a young man. So say 100 years away from today, or 50 years, or how long do you plan to live, by the way?
60 to 70 is fine.
Oh, 70 is fine. You want to die young. Okay, fine for you. Maybe you are still very young and you think that's long away. That's not that far away. That will arrive very quickly, actually. So 60 to 70, for the next 40 years later, you're on your deathbed. All of you can do this with me. Do this with me. Let's do this exercise. Okay?
All right.
Imagine this is 40 years from today. You're on your deathbed. What is going on right now? What have you accomplished that you can be fully satisfied for having lived this life, that you're at peace? You've lived this life. What have you created? Now, one of the things you may have created is lots of children that are standing around you. Maybe you say, that's it. And if that's the goal, then please hurry up. What are you doing wasting time with us here? Go make some kids. But if there are bigger goals, like maybe I changed this part of Pakistan, I changed this part of Germany, I changed this part of Australia, I created these fund for women, I help salespeople develop better ethics in their life. I wrote a paper on AI and machinery that changed the game. Or what is your contribution? All of you imagine, what is your ultimate contribution in 40 years from today, as you're dying on your deathbed, taking your last breaths? What is around you? See it as clearly as possible. What kind of place you're in, who is standing around you, and what have you done in that moment that you're satisfied with your life. Don't try to figure out how to get there. Okay, create that. Okay, I'm gonna give all of you 60 seconds to create that for yourself. You too, Rabi, you are a primary primary suspect in this game, primary player in this game together with me. So you have it, you got it. What would you have done in 40 years from today that you would say, I am satisfied with my life? And Hamadur Rahman is listening and thinking very carefully. Very good, very good. Mark is thinking carefully. Very good, very good. I don't see Leela Krishna, but I think Leela Krishna is thinking carefully. So what is it, Rabi? What did you find out?
40 years from now, I would say that since I've been raised by a single mother, so when she's happy, I'm happy by default.
So speak a little louder or closer to this. Your voice is really, really low for some reason.
Is the voice clear now?
Yes, better now.
Yes. I was saying that I was raised by a single mother. So by default, my happiness depends on her. If she's happy, I am happy by default. So to make her happy, if she's happy, even 40 years later, I am happy.
Okay. Okay.
Like most of the goals I have that are linked with my mother.
That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful to see your love for your mother. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now, I want you also to consider, maybe you have thought in a certain way for so long that it almost feels impossible to think in any other way. So think a little bit what you may have done at that time. There's a good chance that our previous generation may go before us. Our mothers may go before us. We may go after our mothers. Not guaranteed though. The kind of time that is coming, we all may go together with a single blast. We have no idea. That kind of time is very real in the world right now. But suppose you go after your mother. What is it? What would you have made out of your life that would make your mother very proud? That would make your mother very proud. What would you have accomplished in your life? I know it is so hard to think about this because you have not thought about this. So perhaps we should let you consider this a little bit and connect that with the first exercise we did with you. Satisfaction in producing value for others. I have a proposal for you. I have an idea for you. You want to hear it?
Yes.
What if you were the guy that opened the portals to heavens for everybody in the world? What if you were the guy that built the portal, that built the door to heaven for everyone in the world, and that's what you accomplished? Is that sufficient?
Yes, seems very interesting.
Seems very interesting. Only if there was a job you could get where you open portals to heavens.
Yes.
So see if you know what to do from this point forward, right? You have to do some kind of a job with Rabi. Rabi is a beautiful soul, Tosif, who needs some cultivation, who needs some help and some cultivation. This is quite unfortunate. We don't teach our young people these kind of skills for designing future in our colleges and schools. We teach them to be normal, to be good little slaves and to do your job. So what happened that now we make our job as like something we gotta do to make money and put it away. And then we fantasize about becoming automated or becoming great. Becoming automated or becoming great. So doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, any conclusions, anything that's rising for you, Ravi, to share in this moment?
No.
Okay. Okay, let's stitch you up and send you home with this new band-aid that we have put on. Okay, but let this thing open. We have put in a seed of something. Let this thing open and grow. Water the seed that we have put in there now. Okay, think, what is the purpose of my life? What am I doing? Who am I doing it for? What am I going to create in the world? When that mission becomes clear to you, clear in the sense that that commitment to care becomes clear to you, you have unlimited supply of motivation, you have unlimited supply of ambition and enthusiasm. But if all what you're enthusiastic about is how do I, and I'm going to go to this thing that you have written here. What did you say when you shared with us? You said, I'm a software engineer, ambitious about landing a high-paying job. The thing is, if that is the game you want to play, then it's actually quite straightforward. Tosif can help you learn how to do that. He may not want to lose you, but he can learn how to do that. So I'd become really good friends with Tosif, and he can show you how to land a high-paying job. You can make a list of companies and read the books and prepare for interview, and off you go. But more importantly, say you got a high-paying salary, and then what? Then what? There's only enough food you can eat. As long as there's enough money, salary to eat the food, your favorite food, Chinese rice in the morning, Chinese rice at night, Chinese rice in the morning, Chinese rice at night. And then what? The purpose of life is not to get a high-paying job. It is to have it, but more enjoyable, to pursue some major problem, some major challenge. Take on hard problems. The hard problem is how you're going to build a portal and apps and everything that coordinate tourism all over Pakistan. Get that done. Your life has a meaning. What do you think, Rabi?
Yes, exactly.
It's making sense. What do you think, Tosif? You have a comment?
Yes, so Rabi is one of my top engineers, and very a person, enlightened person, where he has a deep assessments, and I feel like he is very he can be a very powerful person, become a very successful engineer, and I'm very happy that he is here and sharing his thoughts and having this conversation. I feel like I am committed to actually helping him open up some of the discussion we just started.
Okay.
And
good,
and make a clearing for him.
Okay, very good. Make a clearing. What a lovely word. Also make a stock option plan too. Okay, very good. To keep geniuses like him on board, you need to have an equity sharing for the future, so you two can build future together. Okay, Ravi, what else you want? Look at this. We got you more money, more salary. Some stocks will be coming your way. Your boss is committed to you unfolding. Okay, big applause for Ravi. Well, okay, Ravi.
I was going to say that there's so many things that I want to achieve, but I'm not very secure right now to talk about.
No, I got you. Consider what we have done here. We have done a bit of a job. Okay, sit with it. You can watch this recording later too, and listen a little bit to what we did. It may not make immediate sense, but sit with it for 1, 2, 3 weeks, talk to Tosif and see what opens. Okay, we are right on time, so I'm gonna have to stop the conversation, actually complete our conversation for now, but I look forward to the next time we speak, Rabi. Big round of applause for Rabi again. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have run, it took a lot longer than what we thought it was going to take. So we have come to the edge of the meeting. If someone here that I have not gotten to and would like to speak with me, get in touch with me. We have some closing remarks. Let me see what else we need to do in this game here. Okay, I wanted to hear from, we have some people here. Now let us begin to close. All right, I don't think we're gonna have time to do this exercise. We're out of time as it is. So let us close. Thank you firstly for being with us, sharing powerfully and discussing your career and work with each other and with me. Now, for those that want to seriously prepare for entering this new future and want to learn the skills of navigating these new waves, inventing new career directions, and skills for mobilizing, learning those skills, we have a one-year program for you called the Power Course. This is a program for serious people only, as we help you build skills for power in your business, career, and work. The fee is $1,000 per month. And usually people within first few months significantly increase their revenue if that is your goal. That is not a goal for everyone. Here, some people have other goals, like starting a movement or creating a breakthrough in other parts and dimensions of their life. And I'd love to have you in this program with me. Maria has shared our contact information with you, and I am sure we will be reaching out to you and following up. So if you're interested in talking to us, reach out. And actually, I have a couple of people here that are currently participating in the course. So I'd like to invite them very briefly, just very quick. We're not going to go more than maybe 1 minute each. Say, what is the one thing you have gotten out of the program? 1 minute. So I'm going to call on some people. Be direct, be generous. Say, where were you trapped? Where were you stuck? And what have you gotten out of it? And speak from your heart. No scripts. Okay. Who wants to go first? Vakar, you go first, please. No more than 1 minute.
Okay. So, hello everyone, I'm Vakar Ahmed. I was in a field of accounting, but I found out that it was not the thing I want to do in my life. I was just lost in my life. So I joined the Power Course, and after this period of about 9 months, 10 months, I am able to find out that where I want to go next. It is a field that I always wanted to go. It is a field of future. It is technology. Now I am committed to computer science, and I am learning how to indulge in this game. Yes.
And there were some moods and habits that were stuck. You didn't just arrive here by thinking clearly. Arrived here by deep surgery. You really took on shifting your deep mood and breaking bad habits and creating a new future. So here comes the next Bill Gates or next Steve Jobs, maybe next Elon Musk, or the first Vakar Ahmed. First Vakar Ahmed. Very good. Thank you, Vakar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Avi, you want to say one line of what you have gotten out of this program, please?
Absolutely. The biggest thing that I got is a sense of grounding, where I can stand and understand the challenges that I'm kind of facing in the right context. And second is like the very fundamental, very subtle, but very fundamental, is about the right set of language to explain and frame it to myself, so that I can understand and explore and go with a right attitude and an amazing community that I can share as well as collaborate with.
And your power at work has grown. There have been a couple of promotions. There have been more money and more power and more joy and more engagement.
That's absolutely right. Like some of the things that I've navigated in the last 6 months, like very complex work situations that I thought would be detrimental, but actually I was able to turn it around into really amazing opportunities and grow through them.
Very good.
With help from Saqib and the team. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've done the hard work yourself. but we are here available for you. Okay, thank you. Kathy, would you like to say a line?
Sure. Also, the community's been fabulous, and I think I've definitely gained grounding in a community of honesty. And yeah, very transparent honesty. It's given me a chance to look at myself in different ways and choose to change.
Okay. Okay, and maybe some joy that has come as a result of that grounding?
Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah. I mean, clarity about, the purpose in life and the missions and the next steps, and owning the things I need to own and the people I need to own and the care that I needed to acknowledge.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, then that's it. Thank you for coming to our seminar. We will send you an invitation to join the Changemakers movement and follow up with those that may be interested in joining the Power Course. Now, my team has requested that I read a poem. So I haven't selected a poem, so I'm gonna open in some spot. Here is a poem that showed up called Deliberation. A friend remarks to the prophet, "Why is it I get screwed in business deals? It's like a spell. I become distracted by business talk and make wrong decisions." Muhammad replies, "Stipulate with every transaction that you need 3 days to make sure." Oh, I forgot to say, this is Rumi by Coleman Barks. Rumi by Coleman Barks. Muhammad replies, "Stipulate with every transaction that you need 3 days to make a decision." Deliberation is one of the qualities of God. Throw a dog a bit of something, he sniffs to see if he wants it. Be that careful. Sniff with your wisdom nose. Get clear, then decide. The universe came into being gradually over 6 days. God could have just commanded, be. Little by little, a person reaches 40 and 50 and 60 and feels more complete. God could have thrown full-blown prophets flying through the cosmos in an instant. Jesus said one word and a dead man sat up. But creation usually unfolds like calm breakers. Constant, slow movement teaches us to keep working like a small creek that stays clear, that doesn't stagnate, but finds a way through numerous details deliberately. Deliberation is born of joy, like a bird from an egg. Birds don't resemble eggs. Think how different the hatching out is. A white leathery snake, a sparrow's egg, a quince seed, an apple seed, very different things look similar at one stage. Then leaves, our bodily personalities seem identical, but the globe of soul fruit that we make, each is elaborately unique. So that's an invitation to unfold patiently the nut fruit of each one of your souls that's unique. Every one of you have a unique destiny that is given to you by your circumstances. Okay, one last thing, Victoria, this is for you. Your circumstances, your history is not your baggage. This is a very bad theory that goes around and around and around, that we need to throw away the baggage. No, what is behind you is what made you. So patiently, given what is opening for you, what is closing for you, not anyone can be anything at any time. That's a BS feel-good philosophy. By being where you are in your lives, in your careers, in your backgrounds, certain things are open for you, certain things are closed for you. Your unique destiny will come from realizing those things that are opening for you. And if you need our help to get a little bit clear of what your unique destiny is, then we are here. Come join the course. And if you cannot join the course, You cannot afford, we give scholarships for the financial hardships. No problem at all. Okay, just tell us. What we are looking for are souls committed to unfolding their maximum potential. That's what we want. And if that sounds like you, come talk to me. Okay. With that, thank you. Much blessings to you.
Saqib.
Thank you for joining. See you all next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Bye.
joining, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.